Shalom, and welcome to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul, your Biblical Hebrew podcast. Shalom, and welcome to our Biblical Hebrew podcast. Today I wish to speak about one line from a poem that wrote a person named Rabbi Yehuda Halevi. He lived in Spain in the 11th and 12th century, and he wrote a poem that describes how the human soul, which is caught in a body, is wishing for God. The line of the poem that we shall read now is a paraphrase on Psalms 48 verse 3. So let's read the line that wrote Rabbi Yehuda Halevi and see what is behind those words. Yefe nof, mesos tevel, kirya lemelech rav. Yefe nof is beautiful landscape. Yefe is beautiful. Nof, landscape. So Yefe nof, beautiful landscape. Mesos tevel, the happiness of the universe. Kirya is a city. Lemelech rav, to a magnificent king or great king. What does this line speak about? The book of Zohar says that the term Yefe Nof, beautiful landscape, refers to the sphere of foundation in the tree of life. In our previous conversations, we were mentioning the sphere of foundation from the tree of life is sometimes mentioned by the name Joseph, Yosef, or sometimes mentioned by the name Zion, Zion. The book of Zohar gives us another reference and says that the sphere of foundation is also named Yefe Nof, beautiful landscape. The question is, what is the relation between the foundation sphere and beautiful landscape? What is the perspective of Sfirat Yesod, the foundation sphere? What is the perspective of a person who stands in this position of Sfirat Yesod, or in him he feels this perspective? Sfirat Yesod, foundation sphere, is the ninth sphere. When we look into the drawing of the tree of life, the systematism of the tree of life, there are 10 spheres. The most upper is Keter, crown, and the bottom, the last, is Malchut, is heavenly kingdom. But when we count from crown down, the ninth sphere is foundation sphere, Sfirat Yesod. And what is so interesting about this sphere, that this sphere collects all the illuminations of the former spheres above Yesod, from crown to Yesod, from 1 to 9. There's a concentration there. And Sfirat Yesod, foundation sphere, illuminates all this portion of the 9 spheres to the heavenly kingdom. Again, Sfirat Yesod, foundation sphere, concentrates all the illuminations, all the portions of light which are coming above it from crown, from the first until the 9th, and influence all the 9th as a portion to the heavenly kingdom. And the book of Zohar says the following: Sfirat Yesod portion, is considered to be, or named also, Yefei Nov, beautiful landscape. Why? Because when we are in the position of Sfirat Yesod, what we see is the perspective of the higher, of the Heavenly Father. The perspective of the Heavenly Father is always to influence and to love and to give. And from all of the spheres of the tree of life, the foundation sphere is very special, because the foundation sphere connects the whole prosperous that exists in heaven and deliver it to the earth. Why? Sfirat Yesod, the foundation sphere, is very important. This is the connector. This is the junction that connects heaven and earth. This is why also it's named in Hebrew Kol. Everything just connects everything, the heaven and the earth together. Sfirat Yesod is written in Hebrew in 4 letters. Yesod, foundation, is written in 4 letters. Yod, Samech, Vav, Dalet. We can divide the word Yesod into 2 different parts. Yod, which is the 10th letter in the Hebrew alphabet, and Sod. Sod is a secret. In Hebrew, the word Sod means secret. So if we combine the 2, the Yod and the Sod, it means the following. The Yod, and we always said that when we see the letter Yod, we see a covenant between man and God. So what Yesod foundations try to tell us is, when there is a covenant between man and God, it is always secret. Yesod, the Yod, the covenant between man and God, is always a secret component. Why is it a secret? Because God is not revealed. As the little prince says, the important things concealed from the eye. In a way, the covenant between man and God is always concealed. Like the biblical verse says, Sod Hashem lire'av, the secret of God, of the name, is the ones who cherish his name. Uvrito, and his covenant, lehodiam, to notify them. So this is why the sphere of foundation sphere is so important, because in this junction we see the connection between heaven and earth. Also in this sphere we see the hidden covenant between man and God. So let's read the verse again, this line, and try to understand. Yefei Nov, beautiful landscape. Mesos Tevel, the happiness of the whole universe. Kirya, a city. Lemelech Rav, to a great king. Meaning, Yefei Nov, the foundation sphere, the point when the Creator wants to influence the whole creation, is also the happiness of the universe, because the universe needs the providing of providence, This is why Yefe Nov, the sphere foundation, is the happiness of the whole universe. And this point also, Sfirat Yesod, is also Kirya, is a city, when everything is awake. In this city, which is a city of the great king, because in this point, the king of the universe can influence everybody and everything. So, this was our little conversation about the beautiful landscape of foundation sphere, or Sfirat Yesod, or the perspective of a person who wants to influence and to be resemble to God. We wish you all a beautiful day and wonderful week.
Thank you for listening to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to hear more about a certain topic, just write us an email to hebrew@learnoutlive.com. We are always happy to hear from you. For more episodes, videos, and articles like this, please visit our website at hebrew.learnoutlive.com. We also would like to invite you to join our live classes. Just search for Online College of Biblical Hebrew on Facebook and start learning now with students from all over the world. Koltuv and Shalom.